Lots of high-ranked players here as well that are just like kind of screaming at each other, but it's been really good. Really fun event so far.
Awesome, that's great to hear. Is there a game in particular out of today that you're recruiting for, or just everything?
I'm mainly looking at Valorant. I know I'm also putting my eyes towards Smash. We don't have a Smash team, but we're looking at it.
Cool.
So honestly, it's just putting like a name to the face. Like online, if you do like a practice scrim, if something is like a bad vibe, you kind of just like instantly kind of get that like reputation. Versus in person, like you get to put a face to that name. You can kind of see more of who they are, talk more, and kind of see their expressions, and it's a lot better. And I personally like it a lot better.
It's going great. We got a lot of young individuals here we feel really strongly about. Some young students with some great grades as well, which is always a massive plus. So overall, we feel really confident and some great connections that were made today. Sure, I think a big part of what makes in-person recruiting so fascinating and more importantly, very beneficial is that we can see the interactions that these kids have with each other, which is going to directly play into how they're going to interact with their teammates when they get on campus. So that's a big facet that I think a lot of coaches need to focus on, and I think a lot of coaches do focus on. It really allows us to vet these kids before they get on campus and before issues arise, which I think is a massive disaster when you talk about pulling in a big class and then a class maybe leaves because we didn't do our homework on how players interact with each other.
What's just one piece of advice you can give to all players?
I would say just have fun. You know, it sounds corny, but the reality of it is you're playing games that you love. You're doing it for a great cause. Your mom and dad can't, be upset with you because you're doing it for maybe a collegiate scholarship. So have fun, enjoy yourself, and make memories for a lifetime.
I mean, honestly, just talking to a lot of the parents that show up also and just helping them educate what their kids are kind of looking at and all the opportunities in collegiate, and then just seeing all the competitiveness and everybody being here is just super happy. It's fun to be around, especially with COVID, kind of happening over the last few years. It's great to be back on land. Just recruiting live in person, you're just able to connect with people differently. I mean, even online, I try to have my video camera on and show that I'm a person, but being here, you're able to kind of just relate, be able to sit down and actually just talk to people, and I think that's just the best way to do it. I think the biggest thing is there's nothing to lose to walk up to a director or a coach and ask them questions. The only way to find out is to ask, and the worst thing that they can say is no. And so I think it's worth just shooting your shot, go and talk to everybody that you can, ask to be introduced if you're nervous, have somebody that you do know help introduce you, and I think that's the best opportunity.
For me, it was the unknown. You've been to football games, you've been to soccer games with them growing up, but had no clue what to expect here. And it's been educational for us as parents. It's not just gaming. It's real.
Yeah.
There's excitement and there's the back and forth between the teams. It was phenomenal.
I've actually enjoyed watching Justice. I just lost all my words. Just the camaraderie between his team, because it's like literally the first time he's met them in person. So that was interesting to watch. And then for me, just understanding the game now. I didn't understand it before, and now I feel like I know a whole lot more and can tell others.
Thinking that computer games are just computer games.
Right.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, he played soccer when he was a little guy, and transitioning to gaming and seeing that there is a path, that's greater than just sitting at home in your basement, as you said.
Right.
Exactly.
It's fantastic. I think the opportunities are just immense for these young folks, and it's the beginning of a sport. I mean, truthfully, we're on the cutting edge, and the beginning. We didn't see how football started or soccer started many years ago, and now here we are, seeing a sport begin. Unbelievable.